considered naming his daughter Ivanka Trump to head the World Bank, and also thinks she would have been a great United Nations ambassador, he told The Atlantic in an interview released Friday. Trump was apparently quite eager to sing his daughter's praises. The author writes that she requested an interview with Ivanka herself and was turned down, but instead got a call that the president wanted to talk to her. "I even thought of Ivanka for the World Bank. She would have been great at that because she's very good with numbers," Trump said. "She's a natural diplomat," Trump said. "She would have been great at the United Nations." As an example, asked why he didn't nominate her, he said, "If I did, they'd say nepotism, when it would have had nothing to do with nepotism. But she would have been incredible." Trump sometimes calls Ivanka baby during official meetings, the magazine reports. If she ever wanted to run for president, he said, "I think she'd be very, very hard to beat." Presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg has gone after Vice President Mike Pence on the campaign trail, but the Associated Press reports that things have been much more cordial in their mutual home state of Indiana. Buttigieg as mayor of South Bend and Pence as governor of Indiana collaborated on economic development projects, and the mayor gave Pence a South Bend promotional t-shirt that said "I, Part, SB. That's nothing out of the ordinary for a local executive looking to help his city," but as AP notes, some Indiana Democrats have been frustrated with Buttigieg's reluctance to take on Pence directly. He was largely absent from the debate when an HIV outbreak raised pressure on Pence to approve needle exchange. And while he criticized the religious freedom law Pence signed as anti-gay, he attended a Pence event weeks later and said nothing, and acknowledged in his book that he passed up the chance to urge Pence in person to veto the measure. With respect to Pence's worst blunder, his most difficult controversy, Mayor Pete was not leading the charge against him, said Robert Dion, a political science professor at the University of Evansville in southern Indiana. The White House pushed to release detained immigrants into the streets of sanctuary cities as a form of retaliation against immigrant-friendly Democratic politicians. The plan has not been carried out, but the Trump administration broached it at least twice, according to The Washington Post, which first reported the news. In a November email obtained by the Post, White House officials suggested that members of a migrant caravan apprehended at the U.S.-Mexico border be bused to small and mid-sized sanctuary cities and released. Sanctuary cities, which include New York, Chicago and San Francisco, do not use their local police for immigration enforcement and refuse in many cases to turn over unauthorized immigrants in their custody to the federal government. Donald Trump has often blasted the jurisdictions and attempted to take away federal grants from them. The White House believed it could use the tactic to punish Democrats, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, whose San Francisco district was specifically suggested as a place to dump detainees, according to two Department of Homeland Security whistleblowers cited by the Post. Matthew Albence, the acting deputy director of ICE, shot down the idea. Not sure how paying to transport aliens to another location to release them, when they can be released on the spot, is a justified expenditure, not to mention the liability should there be an accident along the way, adding that there are PR risks as well. Pelosi blasted the scheme. The extent of this administration's cynicism and cruelty cannot be overstated, Ashley Etienne told the Post. Using human beings, including little children, as pawns in their warped game to perpetuate fear and demonize immigrants is despicable.